So good evening everyone. My name is Mohan Reddy. I'm the SAP FICO trainer. So today I'm discussing about the what interview questions and answers. So I'll explain. I'm almost 70 interview questions. These are all questions where these are questions are very important questions for at the time of we are attending the interview. The interview must and should attending must and should ask these questions. So based on my experience, I will update you. So based on my experience, I'll prepare these questions and answers for the SAP FICO interview purpose. So let me start. So SAP FICO interview questions and then answers. So then here I can enter almost 70 number of questions and answers. So now I'm explaining each and every question as well as with detailed explanation. So please listen. So and also thank you for watching my videos and also please subscribe my YouTube channel. Then let's go to the topics. So question one. Then how many types of years in SAP? So SAP, how many types of years in SAP? We already discussed like compared to actually year means nothing but financial year or calendar year. Here there are two types of years in SAP. In SAP we are mentioned two types of years like calendar year and fiscal year. So calendar year is nothing but as per our Indian calendar, like January to December is the calendar year. January 1st to December 31st, January 31st, 30 to January 30, December 31st. So as well as the financial year. Financial is nothing but fiscal year. Here in SAP terminology, fiscal year is called as a year dependent year. So year dependent year is nothing but April 1st to March 31st is called as a year dependent year, like a physical year. So as per our other ERPs, Tally and other ERPs, financial year. Financial year is called as a year dependent year here in SAP. Then what is the Indian physical year? In Indian physical year and physical year variant in SAP. So in SAP, it automatically predefined each and every year for the one physical year posting key, physical year key. So in SAP, as per our Indian physical year is the physical Indian year, as per SAP in our Indian physical year variant is the V3. So we can use the V3 for financial year, financial year as well as year dependent year, or else we can change. Instead of V3, we can change and fix the any name. So we have the option to do the change. So here, if we want to change its name, we have an option. So then, how many types of posting periods there in SAP? So each and every question is very important questions, Andy. If the person attended the interview for the as per SAP FICO consultant or end user, so maximum 100% of questions are asking by interviewer from what are the questions. So I already prepared each and everything. So each and every question I explained today. Then how many types of posting periods in SAP? So in SAP we are having 12 posting periods. 12 posting periods is nothing but March 31st is the physical year. Sorry, April 1st is the physical year, like in SAP terminology, year dependent year. So April 1st to again March 31st year, we are having 12 normal posting periods. So and one more and another four special posting periods is we can select May, June, July, August. So these 4 months is called as a four special posting periods. So in SAP, we are having 12 normal posting period. Those are like April 1st to March 31st. Then four special posting periods. Those are May, June, July, August. So, right. Then one more then now we'll go to the fourth question. How many type of chart of accounts there in SAP? So in SAP, we are having three types of chart of accounts. Those are operative chart of accounts, group chart of accounts, country chart of accounts. Operative chart of accounts it deals like day-to-day chart of day-to-day transactions as well as group chart of accounts means it defines the GL groups and each and everything creation purpose. Then country chart of accounts defines the country level rules and regulations, tax codes, and each and everything. The country chart of accounts it will be defined and determined. So then another question, a fifth question, and now we are going to the fifth question. What is the purpose of using operating chart of accounts? So I already told. So for day-to-day purpose or day-to-day or monthly transaction, we can use operating chart of accounts. So in this based on this operating chart of accounts, we can use transactions like day-to-day expenditure, like any GL posting, like administration expenditure, whatever like day-to-day transactions, monthly transactions, yearly transactions, whatever the transaction we can post using with the operating chart of accounts. So then again, we go for sixth question. What is the purpose of using chart of accounts? So I already discussed. Sorry, what is the purpose of using group chart of accounts? So we are using this group chart of accounts for high-level company code high-level company code reporting purposes. So then again, what is the purpose of using country-specific chart of accounts? So for each country, I already told for each country having separate rules and regulations. So these purpose we are using country-specific certificates. So, like, in our Indian country have provided for our Indian company. For example, our Indian company has introduced the GST. So these different types of countries they can introduce the different types of taxes, other legal issues, other legal taxation codes. So based on that, each and every company has created one like taxation calculations on each other based on that country specific chart of accounts. So then another question each one, what is the purpose of using tolerance group? So tolerance group is using for the employees authorization purpose. So I already explained tolerance group is nothing but employees authorization power. So for example, one employee joined in our company. So we need to give an we need to give an option and as well as tolerance option to the particular employee. Then only he can enter the transactions as well as posting the invoices, clearing the invoice each and every transaction. We did not assign the tolerance group, then he could not do any work. So this purpose we are doing the tolerance group. Then what is the use of field status variant? So what is the use of field status variant? When posting a document, the field status variant determines which field is required and which field is not required. It can be decided. So first of all we'll know the what is the field status. So field status variant. So field status variant is nothing but it is an option. For example, when we can post the entry. So before the entry posting in particular related document, there are number of options display for example, we can post on for example, we can post on transaction rent paid. So instead of this rent paid transaction, there are a number of options available in that screen. So rent when building owner name as well as rent paid date, which month rent date, rent paid in the current in the form of cash or bank. Rent related days and or else building related square feet and each and every configuration. So we decided the field status variant, which field is required, which field is not required. So, for example, you can post the document entry. So, some of the options we must and need to fulfill. Then only we can generate the report. So, these purpose, the field status variant, it will be determines at the time of document entry posting. The mandatory fields are the mandatory fields is assigned. Which field is mandatory, which field is not mandatory. So, this purpose we can use the field status variant. So then we go for 10th question. What is the difference between company and company code? So company is called as a group of company. So in and company code is nothing but organization unit. For example, one company, Tata Group of Company. In Tata Group deals with different types of products, so like Tata Steel, Tata Insurance, Tata Motors, Tata Powers. There are the different types of products. There are different types of organizational units dealing with company. So in this company, each and every organization is called as a company code. So for example, Tata Steel. Tata Steel is a one company code. So and Tata is the group of company. So this is the difference between company and company code. So let me explain in SAP terminologies. Company is called as a group of company, and company code is nothing but organizational unit under the group of company. So ఈ కంపెనీ కోడ్ అనేది గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ కింద ఉంటుంది. సో ఏ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ హ్యావింగ్ మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ కోడ్. సో ఇక్కడ చెప్పాను కదా, టాటా గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ కింద డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీ కోడ్స్, ఐ మీన్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి, సో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ప్రొడక్ట్, ఐ మీన్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ రిలేటెడ్ గా ఒక మన కంపెనీ కోడ్ని క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. సో ఫైనల్లీ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ, సో ఫైనల్లీ then a group of company having more number of company codes, right? Then we'll go for 11th question. Why we need to create the business functional area? So business functional area ni మనం ఎందుకు క్రియేట్ చేస్తామంటుంది. So department wise functional area creation purpose, we need to create the business functional area. So for example, in our company, in our organization, in our organization, it is having the number of departments like payroll, HR, marketing, sales, distribution, and FIC, finance. These are different types of departments is available. Different types of departments available. Different types of departments available in any organization. So these purpose we can divide it. We can assign the functional area. So these purpose we need to create the functional area. So HR department is one functional area, as well as sales department is one functional area, as well as marketing department also one functional area. At the same time, material management and procure to pay and quality management. So these are each and every department having one functional area. So each and every department is called as a functional area. So the T code is F and underscore function. So then we'll go for 12th question. Why we need to create credit control area? So let me explain. Credit control area determines the limit of amount. The credit control area determines the limit of amount at the time of document posting. So here the credit control area, if we can define the credit control area and assign the particular employee, then for example, one person is doing the accounts payable department. So accounts payable means he working on vendors accounts payable department. So he need to pay particular invoice amount to the particular vendor. So at the time of the if we did not assign the credit control to the particular employee, though he cannot able to the payment within the limit. For example, each and every employee having one particular limit, like one vendor payment having vendor balance is more than 10 lakhs. So the particular employee having the payment option only for 50,000 1 lakh. So this time the employee having to clear that invoice only within the 15,000 or 1 lakh. So these purpose the credit control area will be decided, will be supported to the particular particular employee entry posting option. Like for example, we can assign the credit control area to 1 lakh to 2 lakhs to the particular employee. Then the employee will clear the invoice the employee will clear the invoice maximum number of 2 lakhs amount. So these purpose we can create the credit control area. Credit control area is nothing but the employee's authorization limit of amount. So it determines the based on the employee work experience, based employee trust. So each and every parameters we can decide it, and we can provide the credit control facility to the each and every employee based on their particular work experience and other parameters. So then we'll go for 13th question. What are the types of tickets rising in SAP? So in SAP, the tickets position is based on different types of companies, like different types of clients based on the client requirement at the time of commit project, at the time of joining the project, like implementation project or support project, whatever. The tickets will be divided into P1, P2, P3, and P4. So each and every ticket having the particular time. So for example, the P1 ticket rises from the particular client or individual. So the consultant will clear that, will resolve the ticket for the within couple of minutes. So that is the I mean priority of the ticket. So P1 is the primary higher priority. Like if P1 ticket is raised, the consultant the consultant will be clear within the minutes. So to discuss with the other TLs and each everyone, the consultant will clear the ticket within the couple of minutes or else couple of hours. So then P2 will divide it within the P2 ticket will rise from the end user or client. Then the consultant will clear the ticket within the couple of days or couple of hours. So based on the company requirement, based on the client requirement, we'll divide it into tickets. We'll decide the tickets or timings and ticket timings or priority of the tickets. So as per SAP terminology, P1 and P2 and P3 and P4 based on the service level agreement tickets. So based on the time cap, these service level agreement SLA means service level agreement. These are two types. Those are response service level agreement and resolution service level agreement. So tickets resolution tools are, so for example, you can go real time, we can do work on real time. There are different types of service tools, so like service now and other mails. So some companies are using the service ticketing tools like service now and one more other type of service tools is there. Or else some of the companies are using for only using with mails. So based on the company requirement, based on the client requirement, we can use that ticketing tools are also using with mails. So then we'll go for 14th question. What are the fields? What are the fields? So what are the fields filled at the time of GL account creation? So for example, you can create the GL account. GL account means GL account create చేసినప్పుడు మనం what are the fields we need to create? So at the time of GL creation, the three screens is major to complete, like the type description and control data and create bank interest. So here, and also for example, you can create the GL account for create the GL accounts for relating the customers, vendors, as well as assets and contract accounts. So we need to select customer. We need to select recon account. Then what is the meaning of retained earnings? So retained earnings uses for the every ledger balances carry forward to the next year. Means ledger-wise balances carry forward this financial year closing balances and comes to the next year opening balance. So using of this retained earnings option, so each and every company, like those who are using SAP ERPs, so each and every ledger balance will be, for example, a year, the financial year ending is March 31st. So up to March 31st, each and every ledger balance, so how much is payable, how much receivable, and asset value, each and everything, how much balance is a particular ledger and a particular item. So these amount will be carried forward to the next financial year. Next financial, like it means April 1st. So every transfer, every item every ledger balance will be carried forward the April to March, like this financial year to the next financial year. This is called as a retained earnings. So then LSMW means Legacy System Migration Tool Workbench non-SAP to SAP. So so this is also one of the important question in SAP FICO. So as per our discussions, legacy system, LSMW. Legacy system means, for example, there are number of organizations, companies are using in market other than SAP. So SAP కాకుండా వేరే ERPs ని ఏ కంపెనీస్ అయితే యూస్ చేస్తున్నాయో, లైక్ అదర్ దాన్ SAP means Tally, time sheets is dealing for the payroll, as well as Salesforce is dealing for sales and marketing, as well as there are QuickBooks. So QuickBooks is dealing for the finance and other transactions. So there is a number of ERPs available in market. So if the company entering the transactions and each and everything, the company will be entering to the SAP to non-SAP. Like before that, they are using other ERPs. So the company is using other ERP to SAP ERP. That is called as a legacy system. So in this legacy system, there are different types of options. So it means that the previous financial total data from the other ERP to SAP ERPs, there are dumping different types of options, bulk dumping, individual dumping. There are different types of options available in the LSMW screen. So this purpose we are using the LSMW screen, LSMW option. So each and every topic I explained uploading to the our YouTube channel. So just search the what topic you need, search to Google, then automatically it will be displayed here. the SAP FICO Telugu English. That is my YouTube channel. Can you please check and subscribe my YouTube channel? So then I'm going for the 17th question. APP. APP means automatic payment program. It is a APP is the BT of the SAP. You can call it APP is the BT of SAP. So why? Because it is the largest ERP in always organization always. So these purpose many of the organizations are using SAP. Like a minimum 500 crores of turnover companies are minimum 500 plus turnovers of companies. Every company will interested to use the SAP system. So in SAP, AP means automatic payment system. For example, we can buy number of material for the particular each number of vendor. We can buy the number of goods and services to the number of vendor. So each and every when so this purpose we can generate the invoices. So after invoice generation, so we need to clear that invoice payment, like vendor payment. In company having different types of number of invoices, like each and like each vendor having more than 100 invoices, or one more vendor having more than 50 to 100 invoices. So these purpose we can APP system is we can first of all we can there are number of configuration process in APP. If we can done each and every configuration from APP system, then it can be used for the each and every vendor total amount, total invoice value, like outstanding due, will be clear within the fraction of seconds. So these purpose we can use the automatic payment. If we can process the automatic payment program, then the system will be automatically credit to the money to the particular vendor, then automatically debit to the our company bank account. So these purpose the automatic system is be useful. These purpose the automatic system is using. So simply IBP means automatic payment system. So we can clear the number of invoice within the fraction of seconds using this automatic payment program. Before that, if we have done the each and every configuration for the automatic payment program, as well as we can assign the vendor we can assign the vendor master data to the particular vendor related bank accounts, each and everything properly we come properly configurations will be done, then only we can done that automatic payment program. So this is the answer. So then 18th question, how many types of payments in SAP? Once again, so how many types of payments in SAP? So in SAP automatic payment program we have two types of payments, like payment runs. Those are proposal runs. So those are types of payments runs. Those are proposal payment. System we have two options to clear the vendor payments. So those are proposal run and payment run. For example, proposal run indicates it means proposal run deals due and overdue as well as the payment run. And due and overdue. So proposal run deals for example, particular vendor we are having dues and overdues. This purpose we are using the proposal run and payment run. Payment run means all invoices cleared. For example, we can buy the goods and services for the particular vendor, but you have a payment like 2 days, 45 days, 50 days, 25 days. After then the duration is completed, then only it can display the due. But here payment run indicates without due date also we can clear the without due date completing without before due date started. Also, we can clear the all invoices. This purpose we can use the payment run. So then we go for 19th question. How many configurations in SAP APP? So APP automatic system. This is the APP is the most important questions in the SAP FICO consultant as well as end user. So these purpose I may explain one by one in clarity. Yeah, one by one in detail. Yeah, detailed. So let me go for how many configurations in SAP APP. So in SAP APP having in SAP APP having the 6 type of configurations. Those are like all company codes and paying company code and payment method country, then payment methods in company code as well as bank determination, house banking. These are the major configurations. These are the major configurations in SAP FIC, in SAP APP system. So then let's go for the 20th question. How to check the global data for company code? So global data is nothing but once we completed each and every information to the particular company code, like chart of accounts, compare like chart of accounts, credit control area, field status variant, GL group. So each and everything, if we can done properly or properly, then we need to check. Then we have to check each and everything using with OBY60 code. If we can enter OBY60 code, then enter the particular company code. It will be displayed the particular company code total data, like global data means global data checking purpose. So it displays the particular company code related total details information. It will be displayed. So then another question. So each and every question I already displayed with SAP screen in previously, but in this section I explained overview of overall 70 interview questions. So in this video I explained. So these are the very important questions for SAP FICO. So these purpose I'm explaining one by one. Then go for 21 question. Why we are using GL groups? So GL groups means nothing but the GL groups indicates and it monitoring the GL accounts. So GL accounts and number range as well as GL account, as well as GL ledger comes under the GL groups. So using with OB D4 code, we can create the GL accounts, GL groups. Why we need to create the GL groups means, for example, let me explain. For example, day-to-day transactions, so we can mention as a administration expenditure. So the administration expenditure group we need to create. Under the administration group only, we can create the GL accounts and posting the entries, day-to-day transactions, as well as I'll explain one more thing, like for current liabilities. Current liabilities means all the payables. So current liabilities, all the payables means payables. So we need to create a payables ledger. So payables means tax payable, TDS payable, EPF payable, ESI payable, salaries payable, whatever number of payables is there. So these payables, all the payables comes under the current liability. So this purpose we are creating a current liabilities group. So under the current liabilities group, we can create the different types of payable GL. So at the time of GL groups creation, we can assign one particular number range for the particular group. So based on the particular number, based on the particular number, we can use that number as well as we can create the particular GL ledgers. So without GL groups and as well as without GL number groups, we cannot create the GL accounts. So using with OBD4. So then we go for second 22 second 22 question. How many types of tolerance groups in SAP? So in SAP we have different types of tolerance groups. Those are employee tolerance group. So I already explained employee tolerance means if the new employee joined, we must to assign the tolerance group to the particular new employee as well as GL tolerance group. So GL tolerance group and vendor tolerance group like APP. So at the time of APP, like accounts payable, and customer tolerance group. So here, the tolerance groups divided like employee tolerance group, like employee tolerance group, tolerance group, or GL tolerance group. Just now I discussed about the GL group tolerance as well as accounts payable means. So accounts payable means vendor tolerance group, and accounts receivable means customer tolerance group. So these are the four types of the tolerance groups. There are four types of tolerance groups in SAP. Those are employee tolerance group, GL tolerance groups, accounts payable tolerance group, and accounts receivable tolerance group. Then I go for 23rd question. What is the default for the GL posting? So this is the basic questions only. So we must have the proper idea about these questions. Then in SAP we have two types of T codes available for GL product. In SAP we are having two types of T codes for GL posting. Those are like for GL posting. Those are FB50 for single screen as well as F+02 for the double screen. So same GL posting purpose we have In real posting purpose, we are having two types of screens. So then first one is a single screen using with the FB50. Then second one is the say double screen using with the FD02. So then again we go for 24th question. So these are each and every question is very most important questions. So please listen carefully. Then another one, why we use hold the document and part document. So why we use the whole document at part document? First of all, whole document, what is mean by whole document, then what is mean by part document? We know about the difference between the part document and whole document. So part document where use the higher level approval purpose, and whole document means at the time of document posting, we don't have proper information regarding the transaction. This situation we can hold the document. So let me explain. For example, we can post one document. So at the time of document, the document related information we must need for we must need for a higher level approval. Then only we can post the document. So these purpose we can enter the document before the say document posting. We can click on the park document option. Then automatically the document will go for the park mode. So another whole document. Whole document is at the time of document posting. If you have any, if we have any doubts regarding that the document posting, so this purpose the document will be kept in the hold means. So if the document kept in park document and hold document modes, it cannot be reflected in the financial. It cannot be reflected in the financial statement. So these purpose we are using whole document and document park documents. So then again I'll go for 25th question. What is meant by the document reversal and how many types of document reversal? So document reversal is nothing but instead of deleting, we can change the reversal entry. If we have three types of documents, those are document reversal and reversal of reversal document and mass document. So, for example, why we can use the reversal document compared to other ERPs. For example, Tally. In Tally, if we can post one entry by mistake wrongly, then automatically in Tally we are having an option to delete that particular document. But compared to Tally here in SAP system, we don't have option to delete the particular wrong entry. So here we have option for the reversal entry purpose. If we can done the reversal entry, then automatically the particular ledger's balance will be nullified. So these purpose we can use the reversal entry. So in these reversal types are having three types. Those are document reversal entries. So document reversal entry means, for example, if we can posting the document like the rent paid account. So in this scenario, we can post the document like the rent account data to bank cash or bank account. So but here by mistakenly we can post the so like cash or bank account data to rent account. So this transaction is wrong. So instead of this transaction, we can use the document reversal entry. Using this document reversal entry, we can nullify the transaction like we can enter the document as rent account data to bank or cash account. So then automatically the ledger balance will be nullified. So these purpose we are using the document reversal entry. So then reversal of reversal document, it means if the second time the document reversal also we can do the wrong entry. So instead of debit and credit purpose, we need for credit and debit entry. So these purpose we need to change the document. It is called as a reversal of reversal document. So then go for third entry. So third means a mass reversal. If there are mass reversal means nothing but if the employee who done the if the employee made the receipt, so they made the invoices, so wrongly like number of invoices, number of documents wrongly posted or else wrongly generated. So these purpose we can use mass reversal. So in this mass reversal option we have yeah, option to the selected the particular previously how what are the documents we can done the wrongly. So based on the document numbers, we can enter it in mass reversal option. So then automatically we can post it. So n number of wrong entries we can rectify this mass reversal option. So then again I go for 26th question. How many types of data in SAP? So yes, how many types of data in SAP? So in SAP, three types of data available. Those are configurational data and transactional data and master data. So first of all, data means data is nothing but storage location. For example, configurational data means a consultant as well as developer team, everyone can do the configurations and each and everything in the configurational data. These purpose we are using the configurational data and transactional data. Transactional data is nothing but like after completes the configurations and each and everything from the particular consultant and developer teams. So the finally the end user can post the document. So these purpose document posting is nothing but transaction. So document like invoice posting, vendor invoice posting, customer invoice posting, vendor invoice clearing, customer invoice clearing, asset account document posting as well as GL account posting. These are all documents comes under the transactional data. So then finally we go for master data. This master data we can use like configurational works done by the consultant as well as transaction works done by the end user. The both people work on the master data. For example, in master data, GL groups creation purpose is the comes under the consultant workflow. So under the GL group, the GL accounts will be generated from the end user. No, no. So then we go for how we can use the financial statement. So in SAP, we can generate the financial statement like ledger wise and period wise, as well as the profit center wise and cost center wise and functional area wise and also business area wise. So for example, compared to other ERPs like in Tally, so if we can enter the GL accounts, so create the GL groups and enter the GL accounts and post and if we post the GL account, then automatically it will be displayed the like profit and loss account, balance sheet and trading account. Each and everything it will be automatically displayed in the SAP, displayed in the Tally ERP system. But compared to in SAP systems, but here based on the client requirements, here the consultant only create the financial statements. So these are called as a financial statement version. So based on the financial statement version, we can generate the reports like profit and loss account, balance sheet, and each and everything. So based on the client requirement, we can create the financial statement. Like for example, the financial statement is nothing but profit and loss account. We can mention the like all expenditures and incomes, so as well as in balance sheet also it can indicate the liabilities and assets. So under the liabilities we can create the short-term liabilities as well as the long-term liabilities. So under the long-term liabilities also we can divide it into the secured loans and unsecured loans. So at the same time assets also we can divide it in the at the same so at the same time So at the same time, assets also we can divide it in the current assets and fixed assets. So then I go for the next question. Question number is 28. What is meant by legacy system? So I already explained the previous video. The legacy system is nothing but other than SAP, like Tally is used for all accounting department. Timesheets is using for the payroll department as well as JV tools is using for the JV marketing department and Salesforce is using for the sales department. So other than SAP ERPs, we can the company enter to the SAP system that is called as a legacy system. So in legacy system there are many in legacy system there are having many of parameters to dumping the data for other SAP, other non-SAP ERPs to SAP. So this purpose we are using the legacy system. So then go for 29th question. What is meant by system landscape? So system landscape in the SAP system, the landscape is nothing but process of servers in SAP. So what is meant by the system landscape? So in this landscape system, in this SAP system, the landscape system is nothing but process of server in SAP. So those are three types of servers. For example, development server and quality server, quality assurance server, and production server. So let me explain briefly one by one. The development server is nothing but configuration server. So in configuration server here, there are two types of places. They're like developer team as well as functional consultant. So based on the client requirement, the developer team was created the screens using with the technical codes, using with the coding. Then the functional consultant will be divided. The functional consultant will be configuration the configurations based on the client requirement. So the landscape system, the landscape system like development server, and after finishing the each and every configuration, then the data will be moved to the development server to the quality assurance server. So here also the quality assurance server, a number of people is there. They can check, they can testing the data. They can testing the data. Each and every configuration is properly done. Each and every configuration is properly done or not. Or after that, then the quality assurance server also they can move the data to the production server. Here the production server is divided. Production server is nothing but the end user server. So after completion of configurations and quality checking each and everything properly, then the end user can post the entries like essay document, essay document, GJ document, KR document, and KJ document, and asset accounting document, each and everything. So then now I am going for 13th question. Process of landscape server. Landscape server means just now I discussed about the SAP development server, then landscape server. So any type of configuration done from the development server. So with the help of TR. So development server lo configurations అన్ని చేస్తాము using with TR, and the configurations transfer to the quality server. So after checking quality server, so here the quality server people checking and finalization the each and every configuration is doing in each and every configuration is properly, then the quality assurance team will be forwarded to the production server. So then I'm going for 31st question. How many types of transport? So TR request. Transport is nothing but TR request. Then I will discuss about how many types of TR requests, many types of transport requests. In SAP, two systems of transport request generated. In SAP, two types of transport request is generated. So those are customer transport request and work-based transport request. Here, the customized transport request is generated by the functional consultant, and the work-based transport request is generated by the ABAPer consultant team. So how many? So let me explain one more time. How many types of transport request? So transport request is if we can do any configurations. So before the configuration is saving, the system will be generated on TR on transport request. So based on the transport request, we can based on the request we can finalizing the particular configuration. So in SAP, two types of transport system generated. So then those are customized request and workbench request. So here the customized transport request is generated by the functional consultant as well as the workbench as well, and the workbench transport request is generated from the programming consultant. It means a paper team. So then now we'll go for 32 question. What is meant by blueprint? So blueprint is nothing but configurational data. Blueprint is nothing but configurational data collected from the client based on client requirement. So for example, if you go for a real-time work, based on each and every configurations at the time of implementation project, each and every configuration we need to done with help of blueprint. So without blueprint configuration, we cannot done a single configuration. So if you're doing any configuration, those configuration must and should be added in the blueprint. And only we can do the configurations. So these purpose we are using the blueprint. Based on the company's requirement, the blueprints will be divided in the different formats and different structures. So then I'm going for 33 question. Types of products in SAP. So in SAP, there are different types of products. So those are SAP ERP Enterprise Resource Planning, as well as SAP CRM and Customer Resource Planning. As for Enterprise Resource Planning, and SAP CRM is nothing but Customer Relation Management, and SAP PLM is nothing but Product Lifecycle Management, and SAP SRM is means Supplier Relation Management, and finally SAP SCM, Supply Chain Management, and finally, and also SAP ECC, and the new version is S/4HANA. So these are the types of in SAP. Then go for 34th question. How many types of invoices clearing? So in SAP at the time of invoice clearing, for the customer invoice as well as vendor invoice clearing, it displays three types of invoice clearing options. Those are standard clearing and partial clearing and residual clearing. So first of all, standard clearing is nothing but, for example, if the vendor having some particular 1 lakh related 1 lakh amount, then we can clear that at the time we can clear the total amount, that is called as the standard clearing. Then partial clearing is nothing but, for example, employee having 1 lakh balance, we can clear the 50% of payment, that is called as a partial clearing. Then residential clearing, the remaining balance, so how much remaining balance is having the particular vendor or customer, then we can clear we can clear the one time, that is called as a residual clearing. Then go for 35th question. What is meant by module? In SAP, we have many of modules. Those are yes. What is meant by modules? In SAP, we are having different types of modules. So those are FI. Those are SAP FI and SAP MM and SAP CO, SAP PP and SAP QM, SAP SD. So those are a number of modules is there, but majorly we can use these FI, MM and CO, PP, QM. These are the modules we can use. So then what are the submodules? Submodules. What is meant by submodule? Submodule is nothing. For example, we are discussing about the SAP FICO is a module. Under the FICO, there are different types of submodules. Those are GL means general ledger. AR means accounts receivable. AP means accounts payable. AA means asset accounting. So these are the submodules in the FICO. So each and every module having the number of submodules. So then go for 37th question. How many modules in the real-time workflow? How many modules are in real time? In SAP, we are having four types of modules in real time. So those are on-site model and off-site model and offshore on-site model. On-site model and off-site model as well as offshore on-site model. So then we'll discuss about one by one. What is meant by on-site? So on-site means 100% of employees will be sitting on the client location, will be sitting and then the work by the client location. Then only it is called as the on-site model. Then on-site offshore model. On-site offshore model is nothing but 80% of team members will be working at the client level, and then 20% of team members will be working at the office location. So the finally I discuss about what is meant by offshore on-site model. So offshore on-site model means nothing but 80% of team members working in the client office location, and 20% of team members will be working at the client location. So finally, offshore model is nothing but 100% of team members working at the office location is called as a offshore model. But now here the hybrid model is started. So this purpose, weekly 1 or 2 days, the employee will must be attended to the employee will must and should attend to the office. So take some time. Then how to classify the house bank? The house bank will be divided into three parts. Those are bank master and bank account and bank account key, and bank master includes the bank details and address, and bank ID. It like unlike and current and savings account. Then bank data determines the bank account number. So house banking determines the three types. Those are bank details. Then second one is the bank account details, as well as third one is the bank account IFSC code, like shift code. In foreign countries, they are calling as a bank IFSC code. Instead of IFSC code, they are calling as a shift code. So then go for another. What is meant by foreign currency posting? So foreign currency posting is nothing but when we post any document other than local currency, that is called as a foreign currency. For example, at the time of document posting, like essay document, GL document, so customer related document as well as vendor related document. At the time of document posting, we can select the other than Indian currency, we can select the foreign currency. So then we can, that is called as a foreign currency posting. So how many types of currencies reflected in the, then another question, how many types of currencies reflected in at the time of document posting? So when we posted any document, the current, so for example, when we posted any document, the currency will be reflected in three types. Those are transaction currency and local currency, then group currency. Transaction currency and local currency and group currency. So then we go for 44th question. How many types of currencies reflect? So this one is done. Then go for 45th question. What is meant by transactional currency? So at the time of accounting entry posting, whatever currency we have specified, that currency is called as a transaction currency. So here foreign currency posting means foreign currency posting is also an foreign currency posting and as well as transaction currency. Foreign currency means at the time of transaction, we can use the foreign currency, that is called as foreign currency. Then what is meant by transactional currency? So what is meant by at the time of document posting time, we can use whatever currency we are specified, that currency called as a transaction currency. So, for example, one document posting time, we can use the INR, like Indian currency. So that is called as the Indian transaction currency. And one more document posting time, we can use USD. That is called as a foreign currency post and foreign currency. So these are all comes under the transaction currency. Then what is meant by the local currency? So local currency, whatever currency we are specified at the time of company code creation, that currency is called as company local currency. So for example, we can create the company code. So at the time of company code creation, whatever currency we are specified, whatever currency we are taken at the time of company code, that currency code, that currency is called as a company code currency. So what is meant by group currency? The group currency where we are creating the reporting purpose. Group currency means company code level, group of company code level, we can what currency we can assign, that is called as a group currency. Then fine. Then 14th question. What is meaning of recurring document? So the recurring document means it is a process of business transaction automatically. So I already explained separately in recurring document topic. So, but finally, the overview of recurring document is the recurring document is nothing but the business transactions. The business transactions. Recurring document means it process the business transactions automatically. For example, we have some balances from the particular. We are having some balance. We are taking loans from the particular financial institutions. So the due date is 10th or 15th. So the financial institutions will be collected money from our side within due date. Then automatically the amount will be debited from our bank account. So these are all comes under the recurring document for recurring document. In recurring document there are a number of configurations. I already explained and uploaded each and every process from under the recurring document topic. So then the 49th question: how many types of reconciliation accounts? So in SAP, there are five numbers of reconciliation account. Those are domestic vendor reconciliation account and international vendor reconciliation account, as well as one-time vendor reconciliation account and service vendor reconciliation account, as well as inventory vendor reconciliation account. So domestic vendor is nothing but, for example, our customers or our vendors are within the country. So these vendors and these customers called as a domestic vendor or domestic customer. So for example, our company having deals with the other than country, like foreign country vendors or foreign country customers. So we can use the international vendor recon account. Then automatically one-time vendor means if the company done the each and every transaction to the particular customer or particular vendor one time only, then we can use the one-time vendor recon account. So as of now, service vendor recon means, for example, if any machinery, for example, within the plant or within the organization, any machinery doing the services purpose. we are assigned to the particular survey vendors. So these vendors comes into service vendors as well as and inventory vendors also inventory vendor purpose also we can create the inventory vendor recon account. So based on the plant locations and plant storage locations, we need to create the inventory vendor locations. And finally, today 50th question: how many types of currencies supported in ECC and S/4HANA? So in ECC it will supported 3 types of currencies. As per S/4HANA supported 10 types of currencies. So remaining questions I'll explain next video. So up to 50th question I uploaded in this video, as well as each and every question and answers I will ready to upload in the video description. So if please so in this video I uploaded up to 15th question, up to 1 to 50 questions. So these are very important questions to whenever we are attending the interview for SAP FICO, the interviewer will must and should ask these questions. So this purpose I am uploading this video. Thank you so much.